But I want to say this, you, whether you're a wife or a husband or just in a committed relationship, you are in no way the cause of their choices. The woman who makes his bad choices 100% about him, his brokenness, his immaturity, his addiction.
I will give you my life for 30 days straight, 100%, do everything you tell me to do. And if my life is not better in 30 days, I will kill myself then.
Doug Weiss and his ex-wife, Lisa, are well-known experts in marriage and relationship counseling.
Dr. Doug Weiss, welcome to the table.
Oh, it's good to be here.
It's always good to have you.
Okay, I've been married 30 years.
I was going to say,
Wow.
yeah, 30 years to Lisa.
Very patient, loving, and beautiful Lisa.
Through their foundation, they have helped many people find healing and emotional strength. But behind their professional success, their own marriage was filled with struggles few knew about. For years, there were rumors about their marriage, including claims that Doug mistreated Lisa. Now, in a shocking move, Lisa has finally spoken out. She has exposed secrets about Doug that he never wanted the public to know. What exactly did she reveal about Doug? Join us as we uncover the shocking details exposed by Doug Weiss's ex-wife. What Doug ex-wife exposed? Ex-wife of Doug Weiss, Lisa has recently realized her trust had been broken in ways she couldn't have imagined. Finally, she has broken her silence and exposed her ex-husband's betrayal, which only became clear after their divorce. According to Lisa, what she had thought was a stable and loving marriage was actually something else entirely. Lisa said her ex-husband's actions were not mistakes, but deliberate betrayals. It was a painful truth to accept, but only after their separation did she fully understand how deeply she had been deceived. Lisa revealed that understanding the truth about her ex-husband's betrayal made her confront the reality of what he had done and stop hiding from it. Hearing Lisa's story, many people are wondering what she went through during her marriage to Doug, which seemed happy to the public. Stay tuned, we've got the full gist for you. One of the biggest signs of Doug's betrayal, according to Lisa, was the private jet trips he took during their marriage. These trips seemed like a luxury, but they were actually part of Doug's efforts to hide his affairs. The use of a private jet was tied to Doug's relationship with Joni Lamb, president of Daystar Television Network.
Well, after scandal, heartbreak, grief, and public humiliation, Joni Lamb of Daystar Network opens up about the secrets and the storms that shook her world.
It was reported that Daystar's ministry jet was often used for personal trips between Fort Worth, Colorado Springs, and Destin, Florida, matching the time of Doug Weiss's relationship with Joni Lamb. These flights, estimated to cost $769,220, have raised questions about using ministry resources for personal purposes. Lisa Weiss has expressed concerns about these expenses, saying she wasn't told about them during their marriage. She also didn't understand why Doug took so many private jet trips until later. When Lisa confronted Doug about the trips during their marriage, he told her they were for work. He said they were needed for counseling, ministry work, and other job-related tasks. He didn't give her any details that would make her think otherwise. Lisa now says Doug's answers were vague and made it hard for her to question him at the time. She also said she didn't realize the truth behind them until later, when reports linked the flights to his relationship with Joni Lamb. She felt hurt, not just because of the secret nature of the trips, but also because of the high costs and the questions about using ministry funds for personal travels, especially given the significant costs involved. This was just the tip of the iceberg. Lisa has shared more surprising truths about Doug. Lisa found out a shocking truth. Doug had a secret relationship with another woman, Joni Lamb, during their marriage. Lisa had always felt that Doug was hiding something, but she never thought it was something so big. Joni Lamb is a Christian broadcaster and co-founder of Daystar Television Network. She married Marcus Lamb, and they built Daystar into a well-known Christian TV network. Marcus Lamb passed away in 2021 due to COVID-19 complications.
We turn now to Texas, where controversial Christian television CEO Marcus Lamb has died after his battle with COVID-19.
Joni Lamb and Doug Weiss began their relationship after meeting through ministry work. They followed a faith-based process in their courtship, seeking advice and counseling to ensure their relationship aligned with Christian values. On New Year's Eve, Doug proposed to Joni at the Broadmoor Hotel in Colorado Springs, and they got married on June 10, 2023. People had mixed reactions to their relationship. Many of Joni's followers were happy for her, saying they had prayed for her to find joy again after losing her husband. But others questioned the timing and details of their relationship. Doug Weiss addressed these concerns by stressing that their relationship was built on faith and integrity. He willingly went through counseling and answered questions to ensure their union was based on biblical principles. Their process was guided by Jimmy Evans, a Christian leader who later officiated their wedding and praised them for their honesty and commitment. Lisa had always sensed that Doug kept secrets, but she never suspected it would be something so significant. To learn that Doug had not only been unfaithful, but had also built an emotional connection with someone else was a big shock to her. Doug's bond with Joni wasn't just an affair, it was something deeper. Interestingly, Lisa didn't blame Joni for her pain. Instead, she felt sorry for her. Lisa understood that Joni, like her, had been tricked into a situation that seemed harmless at first, but got complicated. Lisa saw Joni as another victim, not the cause of her hurt. She realized Joni had trusted Doug, just like she did, and was misled by the same false promises. Lisa felt empathy for Joni, understanding how easily someone could be deceived by Doug. This showed Lisa's maturity, allowing her to focus on healing instead of blaming. She didn't want to make Joni a target. She just wanted to move forward and find peace. But that's not the end of the story. There's more to uncover about the secrets and lies that destroyed Lisa's marriage. The hardest moment for Lisa was when she confronted Doug about his cheating. She had told him she knew the truth. Doug cried and apologized. But for Lisa, it was too little, too late. She had been living a lie for years, and Doug's tears didn't make her feel better. Instead, they showed her how little he understood the pain he had caused. Lisa had supported Doug emotionally and professionally for years, but now she saw a broken man. The damage was already done, and no apology could erase the years of hurt. Looking back, Lisa wishes she had paid attention to the warning signs that Doug was cheating. There were times when she felt something was wrong, but she ignored it, thinking it was just a phase. Doug was often gone, acted strangely, and was emotionally distant. Lisa trusted him completely and thought their relationship was strong. Now she regrets not noticing these problems sooner. She wishes she had confronted him earlier, instead of hoping things would get better on their own. Her trust in Doug blinded her to the truth, and now she lives with regret. But the full extent of Doug's deception is still yet to be revealed. Doug's ability to lead a double life was one of the most painful parts of the betrayal. He kept his personal and work life separate, pretending to be a loving husband while secretly living another life. This dual existence, where Doug seemed one way in public and another at home, left Lisa emotionally drained. She felt like she was living in two worlds, one where everything seemed fine, and another where Doug's lies and secrets were hurting her. It was hard to support him at work while trying to understand the emotional distance between them. Lisa was so focused on their work success that she didn't notice Doug pulling away. One of the hardest things for Lisa was seeing how Doug's actions hurt their shared work dreams. They had built a successful career helping people with relationships and emotional health.
You have oftentimes a young boy who has deficits. For most of you, your soul was in need of a masculine or feminine or parental voice in your heart.
But now Lisa realized that Doug's cheating had ruined everything they worked for. Their success was based on trust. However, Doug's action shattered their career and personal lives. To understand the foundation of their shared success and the journey that brought them to this point, let's take a step back and explore their lives and careers before they met. Up next, we'll reveal Doug Weiss and Lisa's untold journey, one that many have never heard. Doug Weiss's journey and career. Dr. Doug Weiss's journey to becoming a respected counselor and therapist.
Welcome to Recovery for Everyone. I'm Dr. Doug Weiss, and we have so many informative videos for you to watch.
Began with a childhood filled with challenges that left emotional scars. His parents' divorce and the abandonment by his father were painful events that deeply affected him. These early experiences made Doug feel lost and unsure about relationships. However, they also sparked an interest in understanding human emotions and trauma. The difficulties he faced growing up played a role in shaping his passion for emotional healing, particularly in the area of relationships. Doug wanted to help others overcome their emotional pain. His own tough childhood made him want to find answers. He studied psychology and started by getting a degree in pastoral ministry and biblical studies. His faith background shaped how he saw the world and how people could heal emotionally. Doug's religious beliefs helped him understand people's behavior and how they could heal. He got advanced degrees in clinical psychology, focusing on counseling and family relationships. This education gave him the skills to understand relationships and prepare him for a career in therapy, where he combined psychology with his faith-based values. After finishing his studies, Doug's career flourished in addiction recovery, a relatively new field at the time. He focused on helping people overcome.
For sex addiction therapy, we teach therapists around the globe. So I want you to know so that you might be able to identify what type of you might be.
A sensitive and complicated issue. Doug's approach to therapy was unique because he combined traditional psychological methods with spiritual principles, believing that both were needed for true healing. This was a big part of his early work helping people overcome addiction. Doug was a pioneer in helping people overcome. He used a new approach that combined therapy and faith, which was different from traditional counseling methods. Doug was not only a skilled therapist, but also a talented writer and researcher. He wrote papers and resources on overcoming, helping to educate others on the topic. His writings were for both professionals and those struggling with addiction, raising awareness and providing guidance. Doug became a respected leader in his field, advocating for a combination of therapy and faith-based recovery. His research and writings became important tools for understanding and healing from. This made him a key figure in the field. But Doug's impact didn't stop there. He was just about to take his message to an even wider audience. In addition to writing, Doug became an active public speaker. He began leading workshops and seminars on overcoming addiction. People quickly responded to his message, and that made him a popular speaker. Doug's personal story of overcoming struggles with addiction and emotional pain added depth and authenticity to his talks. His audiences appreciated his honesty. Doug's seminars and workshops helped him reach more people, sharing his expertise and giving hope to those struggling with addiction and emotional pain. This increased his reputation and made him a well-known figure in addiction recovery. In the 1990s, Doug achieved a major goal by starting the Heart to Heart Counseling Center in Colorado Springs, Colorado. The center focused in providing counseling services for individuals and couples and trauma recovery. Doug's vision for the center was to create a safe and supportive space where people could heal emotionally and spiritually. The center became a place where clients could receive counseling that addressed their unique needs. Starting the center was a good next step for Doug, which allowed him help more people and offer special care to those who needed it. At the Heart-to-Heart Counseling Center, Doug introduced several innovative programs that made it unique. One of his most important contributions was the Freedom Group, a specialized program designed for individuals recovering from. This group therapy model offered a supportive environment where participants could share their experiences and work together on their recovery. Doug also recognized that addiction affected not only the individual, but also their families, especially spouses. To address this, he created support systems for spouses of those dealing with addiction, helping them heal alongside their partners. Doug's approach was holistic, focusing on healing both the individual and their relationships. Doug's impact continued to grow as he became a published author. Doug wrote popular books like Intimacy Anorexia and Sex Addiction, 101.
Intimacy Anorexia. This book will literally change your life if this is what you're dealing with.
These books offered helpful advice and insights on relationships, addiction, and intimacy issues. People from different backgrounds appreciated his writing, making him a respected expert in emotional healing. His books became valuable resources for those struggling with relationships and addiction, as well as for therapists and counselors. But there is another fascinating thing about Doug. In addition to his books, Doug's media presence grew over the years. He became a frequent guest on television shows, podcasts, and radio programs, where he shared his insights on relationships, addiction recovery, and emotional health. His appearances on well-known platforms like Focus on the Family and other Christian media outlets helped him gain national recognition. Doug was good at explaining complicated issues in a simple way, making him a popular guest on many TV and radio shows. His media appearances allowed him to reach an even larger audience, further establishing him as an expert in counseling and addiction recovery. Before meeting Lisa, Doug had already accomplished a lot in his career. He was a well-respected Christian counselor, blending psychology with his faith to help people. Similarly, Lisa had also established her own career before meeting Doug. Let's take a walk back to her journey. Lisa Weiss's journey and career. Lisa was raised in a supportive family. Despite facing challenges in her early life, Lisa remained focused to succeed. Lisa Weiss's interest in human emotions and psychology started early in her life. From a young age, she was curious about why people felt the way they did and how emotions shaped their actions. Growing up, she noticed the emotional struggles of those around her, which made her want to understand people better. She asked questions about how emotional pain could be healed and how relationships could be improved. This fascination sparked her desire to learn more about the mind and emotions. Lisa knew she wanted to help people overcome emotional challenges, and this became the driving force behind her career in therapy. Her parents had a big influence on Lisa's emotional development. They taught her to always show kindness to others. They believed in the power of empathy, and Lisa took those lessons to heart. She learned that to help people, she had to listen with compassion. Lisa Weiss's academic journey was centered around her growing interest in psychology. She worked hard in school, earning top grades and excelling in her studies. After high school, Lisa decided to pursue a degree in clinical psychology. She knew this field would give her the knowledge and tools to help people with emotional and mental struggles. During her studies, she realized how much she enjoyed learning about the mind and how psychological issues could be treated. Lisa's academic success gave her the confidence to continue down this path. She found herself excited about the possibility of becoming a therapist, who could make a real difference in people's lives. Although Lisa learned a lot from school, she knew real experience was equally important. She wanted to learn how therapy really worked, so she got practical training. Lisa believed that therapy was more than just giving advice. She knew it was important to teach her clients what they needed to understand and manage their emotions themselves. She wanted her clients to leave each session with more than just words. They should feel equipped to handle their struggles. To make this happen, Lisa worked hard to create resources and exercises that helped them. She noticed that many people struggled with patterns of emotional pain that were deeply connected to past experiences. She focused on teaching people how to know their emotions and deal with them in healthy. As she gained more experience, Lisa began to develop innovative ways to help her clients heal. By the time Lisa met Doug, she had already made significant achievements in her career. She had developed a deep understanding of human emotions. Lisa was known for her ability to create practical solutions for her clients. Her work in mental health advocacy had also made her an influential figure in her community. However, meeting Doug would introduce new challenges in her life, ones that would change her career and personal life in ways she never expected. While Lisa had already accomplished a lot in her field, her path took an unexpected turn when she met Doug Weiss. Let's find out how it all happened. Doug Weiss and Lisa's career. Doug and Lisa Weiss met at a psychology conference, starting a powerful connection. Both were passionate about mental health and helping others. Their shared dedication became the foundation for a deep bond. They were focused on their careers, but found a shared vision for improving emotional well-being and relationships. Their connection was instant, based on mutual respect and understanding of people's challenges. At the conference, Doug and Lisa naturally joined the same discussions. They shared ideas about their work with individuals and couples, focusing on emotional healing and relationships. As they talked, it became clear they shared the same professional goals, but also connected on a personal level. What started as a professional connection turned into a relationship. They realized they not only shared a profession, but also similar beliefs and a desire to make a positive difference. As Doug and Lisa's relationship deepened, they began to envision a future together. They discussed not only their individual aspirations, but also their goals as a couple. They both believed in the importance of emotional healing, healthy communication, and personal growth. They wanted to work together, not just as individuals, but as partners who could amplify each other's efforts in helping people heal and strengthen relationships. Their shared mission gave their relationship a unique sense of purpose and a foundation for what would be a meaningful partnership. Together, they began to build their life. They didn't just want to succeed individually, they wanted to do it together. They started creating workshops, seminars, and educational resources aimed at helping more people understand emotional healing and relationship growth. Doug and Lisa discovered that by working together, they could provide a more complete approach to therapy. Their personal connection made their professional partnership stronger. It allowed them to help more people and make a bigger difference in the lives of those they served. As their careers thrived, Doug and Lisa also focused on raising their 2 kids. They worked hard to create a home that reflected their values. Balancing work and family life was tough, but they made time for their children. They created a supportive home where their kids felt free to express themselves and received help when needed. Their children grew up in a supportive environment where feelings were discussed freely. Doug and Lisa were determined to raise their children with the emotional tools they didn't have growing up. They wanted their home to be a place where their children felt safe to discuss their feelings and challenges. Despite their busy professional lives, They found ways to create balance, ensuring that family time remained a priority. Their commitment to emotional growth and personal well-being wasn't just about helping others. It was about continuing to grow as a family. They knew that their relationship required constant attention, and that, just like their clients, they needed to invest in their emotional well-being as a couple. However, something unexpected happened along the lines. Like many couples, Doug and Lisa faced their own challenges. Balancing demanding careers with family life isn't easy, and their marriage was tested over the years. The pressures of their work, combined with the responsibilities of raising a family, brought challenges. Doug and Lisa practiced what they preached, but life's challenges still affected them. They prioritized healthy communication, self-care, and trust, but their relationship wasn't perfect. Like all couples, they faced struggles. In the end, Doug and Lisa's marriage ended in divorce. After years of working together to help others, Doug and Lisa started to have conflicts in their marriage. The emotional challenges they faced were just too many. This eventually led to their separation. Though their marriage ended, they both continued their work in mental health and relationship therapy, helping others heal from the same types of struggles they had faced. Years after their divorce, Lisa chose to break her silence and share her side of the story. She gave insights into the personal challenges they faced. Her decision to speak out exposed the realities of her marriage with Doug Weiss. Doug and Lisa's story is about love, working together, and growing as individuals and professionals. They created helpful workshops and resources. Like many couples, they faced challenges. Their story shows that even those who help others with emotional healing can struggle too. After their divorce, Doug and Lisa's work still helps people. What do you think about Doug Weiss and Lisa's story? Do you believe what Lisa revealed about her ex-husband? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more stories. Also, check out our next video to see what other interesting contents.